on IQ Podcast, coming to you from Attorney King Studios in beautiful Coronado, California. My guest today is the chairman of Sycuan, Cody Martinez.
Hello, Brett. Thank you for having me.
It's good to see you.
I'm happy to be here, buddy.
It's been a long time.
It has been.
So what's going on with Sycuan right now with all the current challenges that are going on? Because I tell you, everybody that I've talked to that loves to go there, they really miss being there. So
Sure.
What can you tell the people that have no idea what's going on?
Well, so just to take a little step back, we closed our doors in concert with 5 other East County casinos, which started a trend of closures for the rest of the county casinos. We closed our doors March 20th. After considerable discussions with the governor, the sheriff's department, county officials, it was definitely the best interest of public health to close our doors. So since the closure, we had been working hard at work we knew that closing might be easy, but how do you reopen? What is that going to look like? So we months after months went by, and we had been working on a very comprehensive safety program. A lot of people that had concern about the reopening of the casinos were in their mind thinking that it's a full-blown casino reopening. And one of the major pieces of our reopening plan was the phased approach. And we tried it out for about a week before the closure on social distancing. So what you will find when you show up today to Sycuan and you pull up, the valet is not operational. We still haven't got our arms around how to do a safe valet operation yet. There's a lot of discussions going on with other properties, other operators on how that's best accomplished. But you will be directed to a self-parking structure. You will approach one of the main entrances of the casino, and you will have to have your temperature checked, either by a contact thermometer, or they've been utilizing, we actually acquired 8 walkthrough units that look like a metal detector, and they will give you a temperature screening, make sure nobody has an above average temperature. Face coverings are mandatory, and they have been strictly enforced, definitely on the gaming floor in the public areas. And, of course, when you sit down at a restaurant and you have food ordered and drinks ordered, you can remove your mask. One of the big concerns for people was how there's a lot of smokers in a casino, and we had a challenge on how can somebody could sit there and be smoking throughout the day and never wear their mask. So we had to limit the smoking areas, set aside specific outdoor, mostly areas for people to go and have a smoke if that's what they wanted. So you've got masks, you've got temperature checks. We have only about 1,250 of our slot machines turned on today out of 2,500. So 1,250.
Out of how many?
Out of 2,500.
Wow.
So we have about a 50% capacity on the machines. You will find some machines, the more popular machines that are in high demand, have physical plexiglass barriers in them or between them. And then some of the other machines will just be shut off in between or every other machine. So it provides for a safe distance between the gaming patrons there. A number of our venues are not open. The demand is just not there, and the business volumes. So again, unfortunately, that is for the long haul. We will not be able to bring back all of our team members until later phases, which is unfortunate. But the entertainment impacts, the crowd size limitations, even on large groups, weddings, conferences, a lot of the safe spacing and social distancing measures that have to be in place are limiting, like any other business that's struggling in the hospitality, restaurant, service industry. It's been a struggle. And so we're glad to be open. We're glad to be able to start our phased approach, which is about a 3-phase till we can hopefully get to full opening. And right now we're close to moving on to phase 2, opening up venues such as bingo. Again, bingo is a high density. Normal operation is very dense, up to 800 players in one room. So to make that a safe environment has taken some considerable planning.
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Was bingo one of the beginning things the tribe started with?
Yes, sir. So bingo is what we started with. It's high stakes Indian bingo is what the industry was known as in 1983. Primarily beginning in the Seminole Nation in Florida, and Sycuan and Cabazon and Verona were the first casinos in California to launch high stakes Indian bingo.
And here it is, still around.
Yes, it is. Some of the casinos have eliminated their bingo space because the fact of the matter is that slot machines are a lot more profitable per square foot. But one of the things our membership is, hey, bingo is where we started. Bingo is still profitable. It's in high demand. We're keeping it. So I don't think Sycuan will ever move away from bingo.
So what's going on with that beautiful pool?
So I'm happy to announce that the Sycuan Pool and Lazy River Complex just opened up yesterday. Currently, though, we are not allowing any minors on the property because of the capacity limitations, and from it's just a business decision. We need
Sure.
to focus on gaming, and those limited seats and capacity have to be filled by people that are there to game. So right now, if you do make your way out there during the first two phases, I don't think we will allow children back on property until a lot of things open up and we're able to cross that threshold. So you will definitely find a very adult centered experience right now at Sycuan, and basically an environment that is entertainment and gaming focused. When I say entertainment, of course, the large concerts have been canceled, but we've been able to create safe staging setups for 1, 2, 3-man bands. So Sycuan Casino is where you can go out to have a good time in a safe environment, listen to some live music, and reserve yourself a cabana poolside. East County, the sun is shining.
That's beautiful over there. When I go there, I like last time we were there, it's so beautiful there, and the hills. I didn't want to leave. I mean, it was just, you have more than enough variety of things to do in that area.
Sure, and the temperatures will just like the last few years. The summers get very warm, so it's great to be by the side of the pool. You can enjoy alcoholic beverage, non-alcoholic beverage, great food with some of our partners. We're operating our venues, so we're happy to be back open, putting people back to work, taking those slow steps towards recovery. But we're very mindful of potential second wave, some of the concerns with some of the Indian gaming properties in neighboring states like Arizona and Washington. We know clearly that we're not out of the woods, and so we definitely will not take our foot off the pedal of safety. We definitely want to put the safety of people ahead of profits, and we think we have a good thing going on right now. We think that our protocols were a model protocol for casinos to open, and that's just to not get too greedy about it and want to open up more machines and more venues. We got to take our time, and with lack of a vaccine or any type of stage 4 repeal of the stay-at-home order, we have to operate under these conditions.
What about the restaurants?
So today you will find the not game day, Rank and File Sports Bar is open, as well as a Double Down Grill, the Hangry Slice Pizza and Sunset Deli in our food court, as well as our most popular Asian venue is the House of Fortune. Our new management team has been aggressively trying to build up our Asian business, Asian table games, Baccarat business, which has been successful. So the demand for the Asian food venues has grown tremendously. As we are able to open more venues, we will do so. We were very proud of our Uncommons food court because we brought in outside, well-known Lucha Libre, Phil's Barbecue, Luna Grill, very similar to how Petco Park opened up with great, well-known San Diego brands, bringing San Diego home to the venue. Those relationships we would love to continue, and we are looking to bring those venues back open, when the volumes are there. And so I think it's a waiting game, but we're glad to have started that clock. And so we're moving down the path to recovery.
I heard that you have a good steakhouse, actually a great steakhouse there.
We have a great steakhouse that is not currently open. They are so our steakhouse and a couple of our venues are operated by a third party. So those arrangements are a little bit different than some of the venues we open in-house or operate in-house. So our in-house operations, we have more control over the cost of goods and labor. So during phase 1, where we are very P&L, profit and loss conscious, we are opening and operating the internal operated venues. I love Bull and Bourbon Steakhouse. We look forward to opening it as soon as we can. It's managed, operated by Click Hospitality out of Las Vegas. They're a great group. They operate a number of venues here, the Pendry Hotel downtown, Hotel Del Coronado. And so they're a great partner. They have a great product, and we are excited to get those venues open as soon as we can.
How do you spell Click? Is it like it sounds C-L-I-C-K?
C-L-I-Q-U-E.
Oh, okay.
Click.
Gotcha. Well, I mean, everything you say, I mean, we've been wanting to go back since this whole COVID thing. It's changed the way everybody's living. But one thing the reason I've always gravitated towards Sycuan and you is you're such a community. You're like a community. You're like family,
right?
And you do so much for the community.
Sure.
I mean, you're probably out of all the casinos, and I probably get in trouble for saying this, and I get in trouble all the time anyway. But it's okay. you probably do more in the community than any other of the tribes.
I appreciate that. And not only do we try to do as much as we can, we try to remain consistent with our partners and with our services and not, promise more than we can deliver. And so we have a lot of great long-term community partners. Are primarily, I know a lot of visible signage at Petco. So we've been, impacted. Again, that relationship's been impacted with the way Major League Baseball has been impacted. But Sycuan's got great relationships throughout the county with nonprofit and charitable entities and regional partners like the San Diego Padres, the Food Bank, a number of groups. And so, what I would like most people to know is that when we talk about gaming, it's tribal government gaming. We are not a Fortune 500 company. We are not a for-profit as a sense of a corporate structure like a Vegas casino or any of these big MGM, Caesars International. We run a tribal government gaming, and with all of our proceeds, we support a government that relies on those proceeds to operate health programs, educational programs, housing, elders meals, welfare programs. And a part of that is also our charitable outreach. So, like other companies that can move when times get too tough and taxes go up and operational profits go down, Sycuan can never move. We are tied to this land, for thousands of years, but on the Sycuan Indian Reservation today since 1875, and we have no plans on going anywhere. So we're going to tough it out. We're going to maintain those relationships and stay strong as we can.
So originally, when the tribe, and you said 1875?
Yes, sir. It was actually created by executive order of then President Ulysses S. Grant, the Civil War general and war hero. And actually, his son built the U.S. Grant Hotel, which the Sycuan tribe owns today, in memory and honor of his father. So, not so much a sentimental tie, because Ulysses S. Grant was actually a known for his Indian wars before the Civil War. He was a great general expanding the Union at that time, westward expansion, which again led to direct conflict with a number of Native American tribes. But to us, it's more of a full circle of economic return to the pride that we're able to buy the hotel in downtown San Diego that was built in honor of the man who placed us on a reservation.
So one thing I can say, you're very loyal. Since I've known you, you're very loyal to your relationships, and even going back 100 years, you went back to an area, the Grant,
right?
And it's great to see consistency when you're doing partnerships throughout the community, and that's one of the reasons we've always liked being involved with you, because we're the same way.
Right.
And right now, more than ever, I think this is a time where community has to get together and fight through this whole thing. And why not be involved with people in the San Diego community that are really I haven't seen the challenges in San Diego that I've seen in other cities around the country.
Sure.
We seem to have a little bit more level head of the way we do business here.
Sure. I mean, but nonetheless, Sycuan is there to, every company's got to look, or every organization, group, company, however you may organize. I think everybody's looked internally and say, how can we help bring attention or be a part of change in some of the areas that definitely, regardless how you feel about law enforcement and different facets of the social unrest that's been going on, there's definitely in areas a need for change. And, my background, Native American, Hispanic, and Caucasian, I represent personally a mixed ethnic background, coming from, what was once a depressed environment, economically depressed environment, growing up on the reservation. Being able to be a part of that change in my community, see what, some of the local leaders are talking about, the lack of capital, the lack of investment in urban communities that's leading to some of this inequities, right?
This is a good segue for where I was going to go next. And so there's already partnerships brewing in this whole thing, right?
Sure. So, but the one thing to close the point is that, I can come from a shared experience of a depressed environment that you could pour a lot of, look, our casino is successful. We have a small tribe. We've been able to do a lot of things with infrastructure and housing and job opportunities. And it's great, but it's not always the fix all. With some of those successes has come some troubles, and it's always, every community needs a committed plan for access, for education, and for better opportunities for their citizens. And so we can relate to a lot of past of change, and Sycuan wants to be a part of that change. We want to be able to support the organizations, so we could actually say we made a difference.
So, what can you tell the public right now that they can expect? I mean, I'm not asking you to look over a crystal ball because I mean, I don't think anybody really knows what's happening. I mean, we have 6 months left in the year, right?
Right.
Actually, 6 or 7, something like that.
6 months. So I mean, as far as economic recovery, I think it's going to be slow. Definitely the hospitality, tourism, restaurants. It's going to be a slow battle to get back to normalcy. And again, it's just because of I've ran into people all over the spectrum, from supporting and being cautious with COVID-19 to people that are just over it, ready for it to go away. And we just have to meet in the middle and be able to, again, like I said, I don't know enough to shun the best safe practices. So we want to be safe than sorry. We have a number of members of our community that do have underlying health issues, diabetes, heart disease, historically. And these are historic because of diet, because of lifestyle, because of access to great programs like we do today, healthcare, et cetera. There's a concern in the Native American community about susceptibility to COVID-19. So we're doing everything we can to make sure our community is safe, our patrons are safe, our team members, most importantly. We have a large workforce at pre-COVID, 2,800 team members. We brought back about 1,500 of those at the casino. And so with such a large workforce, you have to make sure those protocols are in place, not just in front of the house, but in back of the house. So everybody's trying to stay as safe as possible.
Is there a wellness program that is being talked about within the tribe right now, as far as what you need to do, how you need to get your health? Because I mean, honestly, this disease sounds like it attacks people with weak immune systems, like
Sure.
you said. I mean, is there something in that's going on that you're utilizing? Because I mean,
when I was first elected to office, I was elected in 2015, took office in 2016. Oh, wait, let me switch that. Elected in 2014, took office in 2015. We began in 2015 a program called Chairman's Wellness. And that was a program that brought in some exercise, some training, some circuit training classes 3 times a week. But in addition to that, wellness isn't just about physical; it's about spiritual and mental wellness as well. So as things got busy with our renovation and our casino expansion, some of the program slowed down a little bit. But definitely, as we are defrosting out of COVID economic issues, that it's something I would like to learn to bring back. And the exercising program is pretty easy, but I want to bring back more sessions to be able to focus on spiritual and mental health, and letting people talk about different speakers, life coaches, et cetera, that can help our team members, our directors, our executives grow, and not just in their professional environment, but in their personal lives.
We were a very big part of that, by the way, and we would love to help you and partner up in some way, maybe even bring more people to you. Not that you need that, of course, but it's something we're very passionate about.
That's awesome.
We would love to help you in any way.
We'd welcome that. You can never have too many resources. Right?
Put us to work. We're ready.
Okay.
We're ready to help you with this.
That's awesome. I appreciate that.
I appreciate you being here today. What's a good website for, I mean, everybody knows, of course, but just to kind of remind them to go to?
Yeah, so the Sycuan Casino website is sycuan.com. Very easy to remember, sycuan.com. And then if you want to learn a little bit more about the tribe, our tribal government, the divisions of the tribal government and what's going on, because most people need to understand that the casino is here, the tribal government is here. It's a separate entity, but oversees the casino, golf resort, other businesses such as the U.S. Grant and others that are part of the Sycuan world. SycuanTribe.com or SycuanTribe.org will also lead you to more specific government information about the tribal government.
I forgot the golf. There's so much you're involved with. Is the golf course open?
Golf course opened before the casino by a few days, about 5 days. And again, that it will open. It's been allowed to be a little bit less restrictive than we originally thought. At first, they were making people walk, no golf carts. And, as this stuff starts to unfold, we're able to loosen it up a little bit. But there's still COVID-19 prevention measures in place at the golf resort. But the golf resort is open. Call and make it tea time. It's beautiful out there, sunny, warm weather. And of course, the hotel at both the resort and the golf resort are open.
I want to thank you again for your hectic schedule. You made the drive all the way from Sycuan.
Right. From one piece of current Kumeyaay land to former Kumeyaay land, I guess, down here on the island of Coronado. So it's
You know-
beautiful down here, Brett. You got a great studio.
You know what? I tell you what, it's all about partnerships. We didn't do this by ourselves. There's people that have trusted and believed in us, and I got to thank them for that. And again, Cody Martinez, thank you so much from Sycuan for all the great things you do. You know, we're big fans of yours. We look forward to working with you more and helping more people.
Thank you very much for that. Appreciate it. Looking forward to the next conversation we're able to have.
Always look to our conversations.
Thank
And I
you.
want to thank, of course, our sponsors, Attorney King, Cosmopolitan Hotel and Restaurant, and of course, Indian Motorcycle. Everybody take care and God bless.
Thank you.